When you are in the family house, there is no way you are building yourself because everything is available. And let's assume you are living family house at the age of 35 or 40. You want to start fresh. It will take you a long time to build yourself. Why I'm saying this? Because if you leave the family house in the early age, you will first learn how to make your place comfortable. That is one thing, because the comfort that you have been enjoying in the family house is no longer where you are. It's the same as leaving the landlord, a comfortable house of landlord where you have been paying expensive rent, shifting from that very nice and secure house to your Rakuba, your own Rakuba, where you stay in, you are not paying rent. Welcome to the Story Podcast, everyone. This is the show where real story meets real life. I'm your host, Stephen Philip. Let's get started. Today we want to talk about something very important for men. And actually maybe for ladies, I don't know. But for men specifically. As a man, you need to listen very well. You need to listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you. Is a lifetime experience. It's my own experience. And I realize that my experience will help you, will help other guys outside there. Today I want to talk about two things, which is the advantage and disadvantage of family house. You know, when you stay in the family house, there is a lot of privilege. There are a lot of advantages where you enjoy a lot of things for free, but there is also disadvantage where simply you don't build yourself. Let's break it down. Advantage of family house, the first thing is there is free house. You don't think about rent, you don't think about paying anything. There is free bed where you just go, you roam around, then you come and you sleep. There is free water where you roam around, you come, you take shower, you drink. There is free electricity. There is free maybe fan or AC. There is free food. Yes. These are the privileges and the advantages that comes when you stay in the family house. But when you are not in the family house, there are a lot of things that makes you understand that no, if I wish I could learn this long time ago. When you are in the family house, there is no way you are building yourself because everything is available. A family house doesn't mean your own family. Either you stay with your uncle, you stay with your sister, stay with your brother, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law. As long as you are not in charge of that family, that means you are staying in the family house. Let's break this down. When you stay with the family, the one I mentioned, you have no dream buying yourself a TV, buying yourself a fridge, buying yourself a cooking gas. You have no dream of all these things. Why? Because everything is available. And you will realize later on you are 35, going to 40, or even 30 plus. You realize that you are already 30 plus and you don't have a bed. You don't have a fridge or a cooking gas or a TV set. Then you realize that it is too late. Because for you to build yourself, it started with one single bed, one mattress, one bed sheet, and one pillow, right? You need one jerrycan of water and you need one drum of water. The jerrycan can be a drinking water, then the drum can be a water you use to take shower or wash some of your clothes. Well, when you leave the family house, what happened? You start fresh. And let's assume you are living family house at the age of 35 or 40. You want to start fresh. It will take you a long time to build yourself. Why I'm saying this? Because if you leave the family house in the early age, you will first learn how to make your place comfortable. That is one thing. Because the comfort that you have been enjoying in the family house is no longer where you are. So first thing that comes to your mind is to make yourself comfortable and live that same comfort life you have been living in the family house. Now, what are the requirements? The requirements are not far from what you were having at the family house. So you start buying yourself a bed, you buy a jerrycan of water, you buy one drum of water, and then you start buying yourself, or you think about, no, I always watch football at home, or I watch TV at home. And now I don't have. You will start thinking about TV. You grab that, you keep it. And you look around and it's like, no, I'm doing good. I have a bed, I have where to sleep, and I have TV. I'm doing good. Now, one major challenge of you staying alone is where you eat. Then you realize that, no, every day I eat outside, and either tea or dinner or lunch, I eat outside. And I spend a lot of money buying food outside or on the roadside. So if you tell yourself, I spend a lot of money buying food outside, this is where now the idea of cooking gas will come. You see, buying those things at once is costly. So you buy the cooking stove, then you buy the cylinder. Now you realize that, okay, I have this set. Now I can cook at home. What do I need? You need one pot, maybe a frying pan, and then maybe some flask for your tea. And you see, you are building yourself slowly. Then you realize in the family house you love cold water so much, and there is no fridge. So what do? You think about buying fridge. This is just privileges of living the family house. This is advantage of living the family house. Because for you to build yourself, it doesn't mean you need to wait for someone to come and tell you do this. So when you get yourself a fridge, you start to realize that you have built yourself a very comfortable room. And you wake up, you see this one is not there, you need to do it. You see this one is not there, you need to do it. It's the same as living the landlord, a comfortable house of landlord where you have been paying expensive rent, shifting from that very nice and secure house to your Rakuba, your own Rakuba, where you stay in, you are not paying rent. So you will wake up, you see you need to do the fence. You wake up, you see yourself, you need to do a septic tank. You realize that you need to secure some place behind the room. You need, even if the fence of bamboo. So when you are in this Rakuba of your own, this is where now you start having idea of building the same comfortable room you have been renting somewhere, because it's your own plot now, right? So when this is your own plot, you start thinking about doing a lot of things. So when you have that same comfortable house you have been renting, this is where now you realize that I wish I knew I come here earlier. That's why you see some people, they shift from the very comfortable house to their place where there is no fence, there is only single room, and then they will make one Rakuba that is not even a kitchen but the Rakuba for kids to sleep. And then 1 year later, when you pass by that place, you see something completely different. Why? Because this person has decided to shift where he was not able to build himself to a place where he is in position to build himself. Right? Family house is good, but for young men, you will not build yourself. Trust me. Reason being, everything is available in that house. If everything is available, why do you also need to buy others? You bring them. For example, I stay in family house. Why do I need to buy a bed, buy a fridge, because all these things are available, right? But when you stay alone, you realize that no, me as a man, I need to build myself. And for you to build yourself, you start one by one, step by step. That's why you see people where I've grown up, you see young men in the age of 10 to 13, 14. He stay in the family house, but in his own room. So he has built his own room in the family house. This is what make people understand that I'm not going to be here forever. I have to leave this family house. And for you to build yourself, you must leave the family house. Otherwise, your uncle, your father, whoever will provide for you. No problem. But the day, God forbid, the day they are not there, is the day now you start thinking like, what do I need to do now? So, what do I need to do? And trust me, I'm not advertising, but one guy you need to follow is Andrew Kibe. And one specific thing about him is this book. This book, I spent a lot of money to get this book from Nairobi to Juba. So it's a great book. Everything is in this book. Everything you need to know as a man is in this book. So you need a copy. Just grab yourself a copy. You will not regret, trust me. This has a complete lesson on how you become a man. People have different mentality and different concept that if you are living the family house, you want to be independent. For us back then as a young man, there is this concept of itamash jiblena jerima, because you, as a young man, staying alone is like, no, it's the same as a lady who says, I want to stay alone, I want to stay away from the family house. So the mentality is completely different. Understanding is going to change, perceptions towards her is going to change, everything is going to change completely. People will say like, de khalas, that is it. De karban, tala min bed, khalas, that is it. But as a man, tala min bed da is going to build you. If you are living the family house, it's going to build you. You will learn a lot of things on the street, especially when you are not at the family house. You learn a lot of things on the street. The hardest one, because you are going to start your own. No free food, no free water. You have to work for it. You have to struggle, and you get them for yourself. And anytime you work for it, anytime you see how hard it is to build yourself. Follow the page. Our Facebook page is The Story Podcast. TikTok, The Story Podcast. And the most important thing is, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called The Story Podcast. And you enable the notification bell so that you get a new video from us. You get the latest video and the latest upload from us. Thank you for being part of this show. See you in the next episode.